I was lucky enough to see Metallica with Mustaine. And I say that because it's just a rare thing to be able to say that. I saw them play at the Woodstock, and I was so intrigued by Mustaine because he was just ripping on guitar and looking out that way somewhere, and I'm like, I can't do that this fucking day.
Criticize with care when you love someone and you care about them, which I think is what Kerry King is doing in this next clip, which I'm going to show you.
I don't know how anybody can be in Megadeth for more than a couple hours because that guy's crazy.
Do you like Mastodon, actually? I like the Mastodon guys. The guys, what about the music? Music's not my thing. It's too progressive.
The metal verse. So this guy put together these. I love Kerry King, how like his candor about, he's like Mastodon. He's like, I love the guys. What about the music? He's like, yeah, the music's not my thing.
Yeah.
So they have these clips. This dude, the metal verse, to his credit, put together these clips of Kerry King from kind of different sources talking about Megadeth and Metallica, and some of them are very good. So I thought I would include these as part of our conversation tonight.
Nice.
And do you remember? Because I feel like Metallica was about 8 months maybe before you started. Do you remember seeing them at some of the early shows? And
yeah, I saw them with Mustaine.
Really?
Yeah, and we opened for them. I think Mustaine was still in the band at the place we used to frequent called the Woodstock.
Sure. And what were you thinking? What were you thinking when you first saw them? Were you just
when I first saw Mustaine, I was sitting kind of between James and McGovney and where the audience is, and I was just blown away watching Mustaine just ripping on guitar and not even looking at his fingers. I'm like, I can't do that. And to this day, he's a badass guitar player.
Yeah.
But that's what I walked away from Metallica. I think I was like, and he wrote tons of the riffs in the early days. So when he branched off into Megadeth, a lot of the riffs went with him. Mustaine's cool, but Mustaine's one of those guys that he can't help but stick his foot in his mouth. So I'll take my 20 minutes and I'll bolt just before anything gets uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's funny. James is one of those guys, even though we've got basically the same career, different circles.
Yeah.
We did the Big Four. He made a point to come say hey to us, but it's funny that it hasn't occurred in the 40 years we've both been doing this. I've rarely seen James. Kirk's cool. Rob's cool. Lars is cool. We hang out when they feel like hanging out. Yeah, I did play Megadeth.
James seems like the type of dude too, though, who doesn't like hang out with other rock bands. Kind of, he just like doesn't.
Right.
Yeah,
he tends to his bees.
Yeah.
Well, and he likes to go out in the woods and sit alone hunting and all that stuff too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I will say, I just wanted to say that I love Kerry King's shirt in that picture, in that interview.
What was it?
It's a rainbow shirt. I've been looking for some Ronnie James Dio Black Sabbath shirts because everybody seems to be wearing the Aussie, the Aussie Black Sabbath shirts.
Of course.
I want to find a couple Ronnie James Dio shirts that I can just pimp.
Dio, as I said many times, Dio was my introduction to metal. Like the first real metal album I ever loved was Holy Diver, without a doubt. Because of the cover. The cover drew me. I was like, dude, what is that?
First 5 shows.
First 5 shows. All right.
And that being said, I was one of the lucky people, and there's certainly no offense against Kirk Hammett. Kirk's a wonderful friend of mine, but I was lucky enough to see Metallica with Mustaine. And I say that because it's just a rare thing to be able to say that. I saw them play at the Woodstock, and I was so intrigued by Mustaine because he was just ripping on guitar and looking out that way somewhere, and I'm like, I can't do that this fucking day. So I was just blown away at his guitar playing, and then
I love his
find
candor.
out, I think it was through BC Rich, because we all played BC Rich back then. I think it was through BC Rich I found out that Dave was inquiring if I would play, and at the end of the day I thought, this is a gigantic learning situation, and I also thought, people would see me and know me from Slayer, because we only went to the Bay Area. That's still when we only got up there. So I think if people saw me, it would at least make them think Slayer. So I had Slayer's best intentions in mind. I didn't go and say, hey, I'm going to be in Megadeth. I don't know how anybody can be in Megadeth for more than a couple hours because that guy's crazy.
It said that the split when you did leave Megadeth, it caused a rift between yourself and Dave Mustaine, which evolved into a long-running feud between Megadeth and Slayer.
Yeah, that's fair. Tom.
He's like, that's fair. So Kerry King.
I didn't know he was based like that.
Dude, I think most people that play guitar think Dave Mustaine is a fucking legend.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? He's fucking technically, it's hard to argue with. Even if you don't like his playing style, it's like someone like Al Di Meola or something. Like, you might think that kind of music is just wankery. That's just
Yeah.
like, listen to what I can do on the guitar, like Yngwie or whatever. But dude, like, there's no questioning the musicality of it, right? It's like, what's the word? Virtuoso.
Mm-hmm.